Imagine dying in your sleep, but instead of peace, it was from police. The same ones whom their safety they're supposed to keep. But I guess that's too much of a reach. Because instead of all three, only one gets charged, you see. But not for the bullets that hit, but for the ones that missed. Absolving them of the crimes that they committed. Do you think this whole thing is scripted? Like an episode of Punk'd, but instead of Ashton running out, they bring out the pump. Because as long as you're different, they'll see you as a sickness. But not the COVID type. They're too oblivious. I guess they don't know that this retaliation is going to be relentless. But that's enough for me. It's the Bar for Bar Weekly. It's the Bar for Bar Weekly for the week of September 25th, 2020. And there's a lot to talk about outside of hip-hop, but there's a few important things to talk about here too. So let's begin. First bit of news is from Kanye. So Kanye has been continuing his crusade to get artists good deals and get their masters back. And to further drive this issue home, he gave back the 50% share of masters from everyone from Good Music. So basically, everyone on Good Music has 100% of their masters now, assuming they haven't given it out to anyone else. This is a huge move, and hopefully we see some changes, really, because that's insane. Kodak Black is suing the Bureau of Prisons on the claims of torture and religious suppression. So he alleges that when he got moved from Florida to Kentucky due to this altercation with another inmate, the guards basically performed a gang beating on him and then later tied him up and forced him to urinate and defecate on himself, as well as refusing his access to a rabbi, which a bunch of other inmates are allowed to still do. So these are pretty big claims, and if they are true, I don't know what's going to happen to Kodak, but hopefully this means there's going to be some sort of change in terms of how the prison works. I mean, this isn't a new thing by any means. I think that's kind of a thing that no one really talks about, but it's out there. The Rolling Stone has updated their top 500 songs of all time. So now it's included quite a bit of hip-hop and R&B albums. So the notable inclusions are My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, To Pimp a Butterfly, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, Lemonade, The Blueprint, and just so many more. There's over 70 or almost 70 of them. So it's impressive. And it's a good look, just in general. Basically, for all those people who think that hip-hop isn't music, here you are. Now on to some of the bigger bits of news this week, I guess, if you want to call it that. Someone tweeted at Lupe, hey, who's the better lyricist, Lupe or Kendrick? Lupe responded, obviously, him, rather than Kendrick. And it immediately went crazy. I don't know why the internet just went insane on this. It makes no sense. Because everyone quickly responded, yo, no, Kendrick's the better lyricist. And you just hatin'. And sure, the hatin' bit might be true. We don't really know because, Lupe has been on record at just kind of, not even taking shots, just talking about Kendrick a lot. But the point of the matter is, Lupe he elaborated. He's like, yes, I'm a better lyricist. Am I the better artist? No. Kendrick is still the better artist. And I think most people would agree. So I don't know what this whole debate's about. Someone enlighten me, I guess. Because it really made no sense. Now, you can be a good lyricist and not a good artist. I think that happens a lot of times. And I have mentioned that before, so. Anyways, moving on to the last major bit of news. Yesterday, Tory Lanez tweeted out after over 3 months of silence that he got time today. Tune in at 9 p.m. PST. And everyone assumed that he would be going on IG Live at first and start talking about what happened with him and Meg. That was not the case. Instead, he dropped a mixtape. He basically used that incident to hype up his album or mixtape, whatever you want to call it. And on the first track, I believe he mentioned that, yo, I didn't do this, Meg is lying. And to that I just say, shut up, you little man. Like, I'm honestly tired of talking about him, but he keeps finding ways to come back into the news. And it's so annoying because there's so much out there that is against him. Why would he think that he can just put out this mixtape under the guise of, oh, I'm telling my side of the story, when you had 3 months to tell your side of the story, and then Meg told your side of the story? Anyways, I don't really want to talk about him anymore. So, moving on. There's major releases this week. Spillage Village dropped Spilligen, which is so good. Expect a review on that next week. Action Bronson also dropped Only for Dolphins. Elzai dropped 7 Times Down, 8 Times Up. Joji dropped Nectar. Public Enemy dropped What You Gonna Do When the Grid Goes Down. And ASAP Ferg dropped Floor Seats 2. That's all I got for you guys this week. Let me know in the comments below if I missed anything. Like and subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. And thank you for watching. Please stay safe out there.